Okay, we have another game. This time from Group N, I believe, with top right spawn FourthAge playing ORC, and bottom left spawn M, aka ParaKoopa, also ORC. I actually forget if he was. Did he choose ORC? Oh, I chose human apparently. I am a human, believe me. Okay, so it looks like he chose ORC. I wasn't sure if it was random or something. But we will have a bit of a different matchup. Not going to be straight up mirror with the same strategy, but Farseer Headhunters against Blade Grunt. And FourthAge doing a bit of a different build as well, with a very late barracks, but the quick shop so that he can go over and harass right away. And this probably, I guess, would work best against a Farseer. It'd probably be a little awkward against a Blade. But against Farseer, you know, you might be able to steal some of these creeps. As you can see, he might be able to steal the Trapper here in a second, which could be a huge pickoff. And he is entering Windwalk before being in range. And yeah, FourthAge starting off strong. You know, he's got even XP, and all he had to do is invest one Windwalk. The Farseer's also already used Wolves twice. But FourthAge does need to be a bit careful of not taking too much damage here. Tech is underway pretty quickly. Of course, a little bit faster than the Headhunter player. And we're going to have an early shop from ParaKoopa, probably in response to the Blade, in case any of the Headhunters or the Farseer drops low. He wants to be able to heal them up. Oof, and his base is a little blocked on this side, so this Headhunter might be falling unless he gets decent blocks here. It looks like they are decent enough blocks. FourthAge not wanting to chase, knowing that he had too little mana to go into Windwalk again, and he will likely just heal back up. But he might lose track of the Farseer player unless they cross paths. Will he get his healing cancelled on the Blade? Does he start a camp here soon? Where is he going to go? It looks like he's going all the way back to his base. Double burrow getting set up. Probably a bit late though. If there's a Headhunter push, like a timing push at tier 2, this could be very scary. Because usually you want these burrows a little quicker so that you can get, you know, your second and third grunt out. But he will be able to get his Shadow Hunter out before the push happens, since his tech is faster. But still needs to be a little careful. You know, likely have to buy another salve as well. ParaKoopa on the other side, just going to continue his creeping finally. He took a little detour there going to the shop. I guess he wanted to buy the dust. But now getting his levels finally. Still not level 2 though, because the Blade stole 2 creeps earlier. But Farseer is, of course, well, Farseer plus Headhunter especially is very good at creeping quickly, so he should be able to get close to that level 3 in a decent timing. Ideally before the tier 2 push, if he goes for a tier, he is going, it's a double racks. Don't tell anyone, guys, it's a double racks push. Sometimes it can be hard to afford this. As you can see, he still doesn't have the gold necessarily for the second hero, not to mention an upgrade. He's not even queuing units. Might want to buy a clarity. So, you know, sometimes you don't need the second barracks for the push really, but maybe he wants to use it to get up to like 50 food and then constant reinforcements during the push. So it might be slightly later. Or maybe it's just his style. Might not even be a push because we have a panda. which is an interesting choice here. Panda, of course, is very strong, but not really the pushing hero. So, yeah, it might just be a bit of a slower playstyle, no push. In which case, maybe it still would have been better to put the second barracks up after teching tier 3 if he is going tier 3. Not sure. We'll see. On the other side, FourthAge getting close to that level 3 on the blade. Of course, the shadow is out now, creeping as well. The big thing, of course, is to always be careful that your units are healthy before a push comes in, if there is a push. But I can't tell if there's going to be a push. Do we see the tier 3 tech here? No. So I think it is going to be a... Oh, no, we do see the tier 3 tech. Okay. I thought maybe he was just going to get, you know, like a level 2 or 3 panda and 50 food and then push. You know, like a delayed timing push with just pure headhunters, lots of damage. But he is going for the tech. Gets heal wards as well. Not a bad item. Probably a better item for FourthAge if he was able to get that, but alas, he is not creeping that camp just yet. Instead, going for the aggressive shop camp here. Might be able to secure the ogre, but there might be a chain lightning. I think that stole the kill. Scroll of the Beast not picked up yet either. Does go to the blade, but the Shadow Hunter falls on the bottom side to that, and the panda's level 3. And ParaKoopa might still have a timing with the headhunters to do a push while going tier 3. He's got 3/3 heroes. Shadowhunter's dead, not even close to 3. He's not even 2 yet. FourthAge in a rough spot. I think this camp was probably a little bit too aggressive. Maybe needed to just take his own and then have the blade scout out this camp in Windwalk. You know, Shadowhunter solo creep his shop, blade scouts out the other shop. That probably would have been better. But yeah, now he's going to be in a rough spot because there is a little bit of pressure coming. He knows with this level 3 panda he can do a lot of damage with that Breath of Fire, either killing burrows, shop, or even the army. And FourthAge on the other side is creeping, and right as soon as the push comes is the moment when FourthAge's army is at its weakest. Look at all these low health units. He does have triple salve to use, but they're not instant. You know, this is 45 seconds before the salve finishes. And 45 seconds is enough for ParaKoopa to wipe all the burrows. He's already wiped the shop, the bestiary. This could be it. He's got Devotion Aura, level 3 panda, heal wards, lots of headhunters, no damage upgrades though. The blade is going to have to carry hard, but ParaKoopa doing a nice job at focusing the raider, and maybe some of the grunts now would be nice. Blade tanking a bit, but no salve to heal him up during the invuln is not ideal. But a lot of the headhunters are falling, and the panda needs to get some more breaths out. Huge breath. Look at this army. It's just getting wiped by the panda. And yeah, FourthAge not able to get that level 3 Shadow Hunter, and without the level 2 heal wave, just does not have enough sustain. The blade falls. ParaKoopa reaches a decent timing here after that middle engagement at the shop, and will secure the victory. Yeah, it was just a really awkward timing where he got creep checked. If FourthAge, like I said, if he had crept his own shop and instead had the blade scout out the other shop, I think that would have worked much better. But because he went for the aggressive camp on his opponent's side, you know, his opponent's shop, he ended up just kind of getting caught out. A lot of his units were weak. The Shadowhunter died, and the Shadowhunter dying is just a huge problem because not only did the panda level up to 3, but the Shadowhunter wasn't able to get 3 himself before a push game. All right, game 2. Bottom left spawn, our winner of the first game, ParaKoopa. Will he stick with the Farseer once again, or is he going to change it up? I would assume someone who runs Farseer in Mir will most likely play Farseer again. But you never know. Some people do still mix it up. And then FourthAge as well. Will we see the Blade again? I do think it's more likely a Blade player would change to Farseer. Just to, you know, have a Farseer Mir. Ooh, and we do see the early War Mill, which is indicative of a change up to Farseer play. But it could still be some like Blade fast tech type thing with like no barracks. But most likely Farseer, right? Yeah, so we are going to have everyone's favorite. It's the Farseer Headhunter Mir. Alright, let me update this score as well. ParaKoopa up 1-0. So this matchup can go quite a few different ways. Like, it's fairly simple and straightforward for the most part of what both sides are going to do, which is Farseer Headhunters. But there are some change ups, right? This burrow is a little exposed, by the way, against Farseer Headhunters, so this could be a problem if FourthAge kills it. But yeah. Anyways, what I was gonna say is there's different ways to go about it, right? They can go second barracks, mass Headhunters at tier 1 and just put lots of pressure that way. They can go tier 2 and do a timing push with Fire Lord or Panda. They can go tier 3 with Panda or TC or Shadow, and then, you know, the other, you know, TC or Shadow third. You know, they can do double racks tier 2, kind of like we saw ParaKoopa that last game. You know, just maybe not go tier 3 and do like tons of Headhunters tier 2 and push. You could see a Lodge and Shaman. There's a lot of options. Even though it will, of course, just be pretty standard at the start with just Farseer Headhunters creeping, get that level 3 Farseer, get those level 2 Wolves. And yeah, we have similar tech timings. And similar Headhunter count. Gloves, slippers versus Circlet. Well, Circlet already better by itself than the other two. And he gets imbalance reported. Okay, anyways. Someone's got their item DLC on. FourthAge forgot to switch his item DLC from Blade Master to Farseer. He's got Gloves of Haste and Slippers. Well, you know, sometimes that happens. Just gotta always remember to switch that DLC over so you get the Circlet Mantle when you use an in-tier.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright. We got a little bit of a different creep route here now. FourthAge going for the small crab camp on his opponent's side, whereas ParaKoopa taking the bigger camp. If FourthAge could spot this, maybe just have his Farseer sent over, he could even Chain Lightning steal this or threaten it. But a little too late, the kill will go to ParaKoopa and he will have the slight XP advantage here. But a wolf kill going over to FourthAge, I believe. And now FourthAge actually has an XP advantage. But there is a replenishment potion here which can get quite a bit of value. Especially if he wants to use his own early Chain Lightning. One Headhunter does fall. A lot of damage on FourthAge's Farseer, but I do believe both sides have a shop. And FourthAge, of course, has... or this map, of course, also has access to a fountain. Yeah, ParaKoopa lost 2 Headhunters there. FourthAge already level 3. Could see him just heal up and hit a timing push here. What's he want to do? Or is he going to go tier 3? The common play is to go tier 3, you know, get your Lodge, pick up Panda or TC, and just go like bloodlusted berserkers. But I wouldn't hate, you know, a push. Like, he just killed 2 headhunters. His own army is pretty healthy. He's already level 3. You know, he definitely could push if he wanted. Meanwhile, ParaKoopa going over to the small green to try to get his own level 3 now. And will do so. But FourthAge already working on that level 4, halfway there. And it is going to be TC, so not the Panda. And we do have the Lodge coming up. No tier 3 just yet. Probably will be the next thing he does. ParaKoopa a little bit quicker. His Lodge, his second hero TC, and the tier 3 all quicker. But that is likely the result of FourthAge having to buy Clarity and another, and like a salve set. But he did kill 2 headhunters, which is a big deal. So he has a slight supply lead. And upgrades, by the way. He has 1-1 upgrades already versus 0-0. Level 4 Farseer. Invuln, pretty good for the TC. And a TP will be picked up. But level 2 already here, and that's what you want to see. Endurance Aura does make a decent difference. Especially when you need to run your TC in and out of the fight. Having that extra move speed matters a lot. But FourthAge, of course, does have the Invuln to get himself in and out of the fight. That will also help a lot once he passes it over. And he's going to get spotted here, but ParaKoopa was going to the lab first and not going to be here to steal the creep. Cloak of Flames can get value later once the TC is leveled up. Right now, not too much value though. Level 1 TC just dies too quickly for Cloak of Flames to get much value, but once you start getting him leveled up, it could have decent impact on the game. Yeah, we do have the tier 3, of course, for FourthAge as well. It was slightly slower, and a totem added in for ParaKoopa. Might want to add some Tauren or maybe Walkers. Walkers technically wouldn't be bad in the sense that you can get Disenchant and get rid of your opponent's Bloodlust. Tauren would be the expected play. Adding 1 or 2 Tauren alongside your TC up front can make a huge impact. And there's fountains. Fountains make a huge difference for deciding to go Tauren, right? Because being able to heal a Tauren at a fountain is so much better than having to invest multiple salves to heal it back up. I think that's one of the biggest problems with Tauren, is it's so difficult to heal them back up. Whereas A-bombs have like Coil and Blight, statues. Elf has Moonwells, Rejuve for their bears. And Human has Staff and Holy Light. Orc doesn't really have that. You got Shadowhunter heal, but that's more of like an AoE heal. And then salves are just kind of slow and only 400 health. So, but fountains, you know, that could be the thing. And the Bestiary for FourthAge. So I think this is probably the more common play. You can add the Kodo and the Aura buff, get a lot of extra damage. And not only that, but if your opponent is going something like Tauren, you can even eat the Tauren. So that is the thing ParaKoopa has to watch out for. Of course, with this level 3 TC, with Stomp available, potentially even Hex if he goes Shadow Third. You know, he has ways to stop the Kodo and also focus it down with the piercing damage of the Headhunters. Both sides end up getting their TC level 3. FourthAge has a huge level advantage on his Farseer though. Look at this, 4.7. He's getting that creeping done. And I think he came out ahead in camps overall because he snuck this middle red. And he snuck this camp earlier. He also got the lab, right? But all that's left is the green. So yeah, XP advantage for FourthAge. He's looking strong here. And I do think the Kodo Shaman can beat the Tauren Shaman. As long as the Tauren are dealt with right away, right? You know, maybe get a stomp off and then like a speed scroll Kodo eat. We'll see. Also FourthAge with the 2-1 upgrades versus 0-0. We do have the Kodo on the field. No Aura upgrade yet. Only +2. +3 for the Berserkers.
Player's forces are under attack.
But that could be doubled once he gets the upgrade. And no Shadow Hunter for either side yet. I think probably a result of them being at 50 food already. They didn't want to break 50 yet, but ParaKoopa is breaking now. We have Tauren and Shaman on the way. And neither side sure of exactly what to do right now. Maybe just going to scout out with wolves. I have been logged out of BNet. Oh no! Yo, Dragonborn, thanks for the raid. We are at a tense moment where they're deciding to fight, and ParaKoopa is getting a decent spread on these Tauren and the huge stomp. Tauren could get a lot of value here. Bloodlust for both sides. Bloodlust not on the Tauren up front though, and the TC's getting focused. But Invuln pops in time. It does get salved up as well, and we do have a heal scroll here. Both sides heroes low. FourthAge going to lose his heroes though. Stomp comes in, but this TC is going to get stuck here with the Invuln running out. However, ParaKoopa loses his TC, loses his Tauren. FourthAge eats the Tauren. What is happening? Everything's dying. And now ParaKoopa reaches level 5 on his TC. What happened? FourthAge doesn't know what happened either. The fight was so quick. Yeah, I think it was just I think it's just the Tauren getting in there too quickly before FourthAge realized. If FourthAge was like a little bit quicker to either, you know, stomp, focus down the Tauren or like Kodo eat them, maybe he would have been fine. I think ParaKoopa also broke past 50 earlier, whereas FourthAge, as you can see, still has 1100 gold. So I think it was just, I think ParaKoopa was ready for the fight and was the one who engaged the fight. And FourthAge was expecting it to be a little bit longer before they fought. If FourthAge was able to break 50 with, you know, Berserker, Shaman, Shadow Hunter, and then more Berserker, Shaman, I think he actually would have been in a decent spot. But yeah, that was not the case. So ParaKoopa ends up grabbing that win there at the end with a nice engagement. And that's one of the things, like, sometimes just being the one who starts the fight or who is more ready for the fight than your opponent can make a huge difference. FourthAge maybe just needed to disengage with speed scroll or something. Not sure. And yeah, that'll be the 2-0 for ParaKoopa. The second game was pretty close though. I would say FourthAge was ahead until the actual fight took place. You know, he had better upgrades, he had higher hero levels, and I think the Kodo Headhunters is pretty good. Yeah, Tauren can also be good if you manage to get enough, but you know, there was only like 2 there. I think you can deal with 2. But yeah.